Alright. Wheelhouse time. Oh, I had to crack my back. Sweet. Chair. A chair. Clover isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch. Oh, a pocket watch. Miley took a look at it. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch. Hey man, what are you doing over in this room? Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem? Not a problem, but it was a lie. All Junpei wanted was to get rid of Ace. He'd sent Ace to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. There was something he meant to ask Clover, and he meant to ask her in private. There was something he wanted to ask Clover, and he didn't want anyone else to hear him ask it. He also knew that Clover would likely remain silent if there were anyone else around when he asked. That was why he was so desperate to send Ace back to the wheelhouse. Ace opened his mouth and took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face. Oh ho! I see, of course. I looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck. It's not what it means, old man. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. It's not what it means, old man. Phew. Junpei let a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She had heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution. What was that about? She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason. Junpei's eyes widened and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence. Oh, no. It's not like that. What's it like then? I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now. What story? About the experiment. Remember the one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened 9 years ago. Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible. I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not going to let them get away with it. They're going to pay for it. I promise. So. Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprang up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry. Junpei? Who do you think did it? Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped. Well, if what Seven had said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract the snake, that means there are at least 2 other people. You're right. So what does that mean? Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who? You mean it could have been 4 people? Well, technically it's possible. I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely. Why? I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now? Okay, got it. Let's do that then. Then who do you think it could be? Junpei crossed his arms in thought. Snake's bracelet number was 2, which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give them a digital root of 3. want to do math. Santa and 7? Would it be Santa and 7? 2 plus 3 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3, could it be? Were Santa and 7 the killers? What's wrong? Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it. He told her his conclusions. That's what I thought. She looked less surprised than he'd expected. Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works. Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said was that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities. Well, what other possibilities? He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke. Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely. Why? Can I borrow your pen and paper? No, it's mine. Clover put her hand out expectantly. Junpei pulled out his pen and a pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notepad and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. 12, 12, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. What's this? These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones. I see. Junpei? Yeah? I can trust you, right? Of course. Why would you need to ask that? Really? Yeah. So then I should get rid of E, D, G, and H, right? Of course. Just cross them out. You should take off yours too, the ones with 4. So what does that leave? A and E. Real life. Real drama. So, we have A and E. One of them involves June. Wait. It can't be A. Why not? He has June's in that one. There's no way in hell. Yeah, there's no way she'd do something like that. Are you sure? I'd bet my life on it. Okay then. Then I can cross off A too, right? Yeah. Well, what have we got left? E. So... do you know what this means? Everyone besides me, you, and June will be working together. Do you think that's likely? Huh! There were 4 people working together. It wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right? Well, you do have a point. Besides, Face and 7 are working together. They could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them, but they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were the killers, why wouldn't they? Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look her in the eye to know it was forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes. She was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten. Okay, well yeah, that does make sense. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 34 people. Yeah, then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7. That's how it was. But why would they do it? There was a moment of silence. I think I know. What is it? He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. It was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. Hi, Ace. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke. Have I interrupted something? What do you want? There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment? He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse. Junpei looked at Clover, and he gave her a short nod and hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, followed Ace. What did you want to talk about? Ace looked at Junpei and smiled, perhaps more of a smirk than a smile. There was something I wanted to check. Yeah, what's that? If you'll excuse me. With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's. Hey, excuse you! Personal space, bro. What you doing? He reached for Ace's arm. Uh-oh. Ace found the papers. In the older man's hands were a paste of papers that Junpei had rolled up and hid in his pocket. Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you? When we voted. Oh, well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief. When? Why did you? Oh, simply curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense. Jerk. Invading my personal space. Feel violated now. Gosh. Why am I in here? A map. It's got the Atlantic Ocean on the middle. Hey, Junpei. What do you think these red things are? Yeah, they look like pins. What do you think they're for? Who knows? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, be serious. I am. Shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. Something written on ship's log. Ship's log, huh? New material. I'm not reading it. Shelves are lined with books. Looks like there's something to do with the sailing. One of these looks very useful. Fine. Let me see the file. Read it. Search. Ship's log, found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. Oh no, it's directions. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. It's talking about this vessel that we're on right now. Of course it is. So that must be this. Right. No? Okay, whatever. This wooden box may be a case for letters. Hey Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. It's a very nice light. Yeah, this isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. Steering wheel might be more appropriate term. Now this appears to be broken, however. See, the glass cover's been smashed to pieces. It's in here. It's in here. Looks like this is the only exit. Okay then. Aim for that door. You. Hello. Yes, I suppose you called it helm. Steering wheel might be more accurate, however. Can I not turn it? Poor Ace. He doesn't even know. There's something else to do with this? No? Oh, we have a stack of nautical charts. It's a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. The line is a route a ship is supposed to take. There's dots all over the map. Oh, this is probably ports like a boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. That's what I needed. All the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like this one's matched to the pins. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. That's probably this pin. Okay. There's another room on the other side of the window. Window. What would be the point of moving if the ship is stopped? What use is steering it? Yeah, I know, still. I don't know, maybe for, like, puzzly reasons? I'll polish steering wheel. Okay. Can I move it? Mechanical pocket watch with spring doesn't appear to be working. And just stopped at 5 minutes 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turning the knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. Looks as though you can move the hands, however. Move the hands. Not moving the hands. Of course you're not. Can I use this on this? No. Oh my gosh, stop it. Okay. Well, they've given me all this, why can I not? An engine order telegraph. Use this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. The gear shifter in a car. Well, it's a little different. The device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship and sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it which can be moved back and forth to. Hold on. Ah! There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. Looks as though it was deliberately removed. Okay, we need to find a replacement handle then. We really kind of suck at making jokes. Oh. I have to be able to do something. Oh, hey. Okay. Aha! What the? Handle came off. Assuming so low are you, secret? Oh, we have the handle now. Use that for this. Sure hope this handle fits. Alright, so now we go off the other one. We need, if I remember right, full half, slow, full half, dead slow, stop. So need full, then half, and slow, and full again, and half again, then dead slow, and stop. What? Look, something's happened on the back of the wall of that wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. What do you mean? That? Oh, that. Something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There's a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What is this? Names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see in an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight XX at XXOO, like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are names of ports along the ship's route. Looks like the only one that is. Looks like only one of those is a time on it, though. The time in the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time. Well, obviously we're talking about times when I need the pocket watch. "10 seconds past 3 o'clock. That must be the estimated time for arrival at the final port." Huh? Oh, perhaps. Whoa! What's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. You need to stop it. You can just ask like a normal human being. Okay, move the hands. That door does look suspicious. Like it would fit a pocket watch. Yes, it says open now. Good work. Seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover. It's like, what? Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. Heck yes, I did it. The space they found themselves in outside the wheelhouse was far too narrow to be called a hallway. On their left was the wooden door. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-face century electronic equipment. Most of them were things they'd never seen before. They had no idea what they might have been for, let alone how to operate them. One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. They seemed to recognize it. Ah, yes, a telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago. He turned and slowly took in the room. This must be the communication office. Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door. A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read, Captain's Quarters. The Captain's Quarters. That's what it says. Then, do you think? I am Zero, the captain of this ship. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected. Well, we won't know if we don't open it. She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause. She walked in. Good night, everybody.